Good, happy Saturday evening, November 14, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Saturday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Saturday evening, so let's begin. First up, we're going to start off with your COVID-19 dashboard from Johns Hopkins University and Medicine. Let's take a look at that information for all of you right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. Global cases are 53,788,566. U.S. cases 10,877,379. Your global deaths are 1,308,725. U.S. deaths are 245,519. And that is a look at your COVID-19 dashboard for this Saturday evening from Johns Hopkins University and Medicine. Trump-Biden transition. Pro-Trump protesters march in D.C. Counter-protesters were also out on Saturday. President-elect Joe Biden is moving forward with a transition plan, capping a tumultuous and tension-filled campaign during a historic pandemic against President Donald Trump, who will refuse to concede the election 1 week after Biden was projected as the winner of the presidential race. Trump has largely hunkered down inside the White House since the election, but on Saturday his motorcade drove past supporters gathered to rally in Washington, D.C. Biden, meanwhile, is pressing forward, meeting with transition advisors in Delaware and calling Trump's refusal to concede an embarrassment. The Biden transition team and the Trump administration are in a standoff over whether Biden should be granted access to federal resources allocated for the transition of power. The General Service Administration, headed by a Trump appointee, has yet to officially recognize Biden as the victor in the election, preventing Biden's team from gaining full access to government funds and security information. But growing numbers of Republicans are calling on the administration to start giving Biden classified intelligence briefings, a sign that support for Trump's refusal to concede the election may be wearing among his allies on Capitol Hill. 2 children shot, 1 fatally in a Connecticut home. Woman arrested. Police say a woman shot 2 children in a suburban Connecticut home, killing 1 child and critically injuring the other. U.S. Army identifies 5 soldiers killed in a helicopter crash in Egypt. The soldiers were part of a peacekeeping mission in a peninsula near Egypt. The U.S. Army identified 5 soldiers killed in Egypt on Thursday when their Black Hawk helicopter crashed from an apparent mechanical malfunction. The soldiers were part of an international force of peacekeepers in the peninsula monitoring the 1978 peace treaty between Egypt and Israel. Hiker whose heart stopped after Mount Rainon rescue recovers. A hiker who was rescued after being lost overnight in a whiteout in Mount Rainier National Park has been brought back to life after what his medical team is calling an amazing recovery. His heart stopped after when he was hiking the mountain. Officer charged in 2018 fatal shooting while in security job. A Nashville police officer who was hired after fatally shooting someone as a security guard 2 years ago is now charged with second-degree murder in the shooting outside the restaurant where he worked. And we're going to take a look at tonight's weather forecast across the United States right now. And here's a look at the weather forecast across the United States for all of you right now. Boston, 31 degrees with a cloud and moon. New York, 40 degrees with moon and cloud. Washington, D.C., 43 degrees with moon and cloud. Jacksonville, Florida, 67 degrees with cloud and a moon. Tampa Bay, Florida, 71 degrees with the moon. Miami, Florida, 77 degrees with moon and cloud. Dallas, 52 degrees with moon and cloud. Los Angeles, 53 degrees with the moon and stars. And San Francisco, Florida, 46 degrees with the moon and cloud. And that is a look at your weather across the United States. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching this evening edition. Have a great rest of your Saturday evening. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another broadcast. Good night and goodbye, everyone. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye.